When you're looking at all the powerhouse programs that people think of in high school baseball that they knocked off to get here.
Yeah, they knocked off some really good teams in the county, and the county format's really tough because you got to win 3 ball games on Friday and Saturday, and you got to have some pitching, and when you don't, you got to have a little bit of luck. You got to be able to hit the ball and play some defense.
On the mound for Perry Meridian is Austin McNabb. He's 5-0 with a 1.14 ERA. He's got a couple of shutouts, 1 complete game. Only 5 earned runs given up all year. 211 the opponents bat off of him. And we'll get ready to go here with Zach Warham, the senior catcher for Speedway. You can see the brown and yellow unis of Speedway, much like the old 1980s San Diego Padres. You got to love that. And we are off. This is the first of 2 games for you tonight here in IndianaSRN as we start off with a ball.
When you're coaching, you always hope they start off with a strike. When you're up to bat, you hope it's a ball. You want to get base runners on. You want to score first and score early, and you want to get out of this inning if you're Perry Meridian unscathed.
One of the things I see is interesting as we watch McNabb deliver is that's fouled off to the right side. I continue to be amazed how many pitchers, even down to the high school level, pitch exclusively from the stretch.
Yeah, it's the Japanese do it a lot, and the reason that they do that is so you don't have 2 different forms of styles you have to figure out. When you get a runner on base, when you've been pitching out of the stretch, you become pretty good at it.
You can be comfortable with runners on base as well.
Ooh.
Way up and outside behind Zach Warham, and that'll run the count to 2-1. So Perry Meridian, they defeated North Central 3-2, Franklin Central 3-2, and Roncalli 11-1 to make their way tonight to Victory Field. Nice fastball there, evens the count at 2. Speedway, they defeated Pike 3-2, Lawrence North 2-1, and Park Tudor 6-3. We talked about this a little bit as we were getting ready for the broadcast tonight, as McNabb gets ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. 1 up, 1 down. This is Speedway's first appearance in the county championship since you said 1974?
1976. I saw that on Twitter. That goes a ways back for the Spark Plugs.
The last time they won the county championship, 1955. This is a big deal for the Speedway community.
It is for them. It is for Coach McCormick. He's been coaching there at Speedway for a long time. Good friend of mine. I'm really happy for his success in getting out here and having these kids have an opportunity to come play at a beautiful venue.
Avery Mitchell, shortstop at the dish now. He is a freshman. How about that, playing shortstop, hitting second at Victory Field in the county championship in your first year?
It's kind of one of the things I've been looking at in both teams. Your first time out here, you can have some nerves. You got a lot of excitement, a lot of adrenaline.
Ooh, nice bunt.
Fair ball.
Catcher. Nice play by Kerr to McBeath. And that's out number 2. That'll be 2-3 on the putout.
Speedway trying to find a way to get some runners on base here, put a little bit of pressure on Perry Meridian, trying to get a bunt down. Wasn't executed great, but the catcher came out and made a nice play on that.
One of the things we've seen, in looking at the statistics in preparing for this game, a lot of teams like to not just get on the base pass, but then get on the base pass and go.
It's a good way to put pressure on your opponent and force them to make plays or force them into errors.
McNabb faces his counterpart now at the dish, Ben Heveland. He's a senior. He'll be on the mound for the Spark Plugs this evening. We got our first lefty of the night. Off-speed pitch there.
I've been watching the outfielders, Sean. I'm intrigued where the left fielder's playing right now. Kind of shading that gap that I told you was a difficult one to cover when you're a high school kid here. It's so deep out there.
That's something we were talking about as times called by Heveland. This outfield is so huge for high school kids. If eventually when we get a shot where you can see, they look like they're playing shallow, but these high school kids aren't as big as a lot of people would think. It's going to take a shot to get one to them, and that's one right at Allison. There are the Allison brothers are in the outfield, and that's 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the first. You're watching the county championship on IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Back at Victory Field, again, the best minor league ballpark in the country. It's the county championship on IndianaSRN. Stay tuned. 8 o'clock. The city championship will also be here on IndianaSRN, where the Cathedral Irish take on Covenant Christian Warriors. But first, we got this county championship, and you got Ben Heveland on the mound. Coach, you spent a pretty good amount of time watching him warm up in the bullpen. What are some things that caught your eye?
Yeah, I think he's got really good arm action. I was watching him really work on his changeup down there. It was coming from a little bit of a different angle each time he threw it, which could cause some problems. And I saw a little bit of a sharp breaking ball from up here. We're kind of high up, so it was a little difficult to see. But as I'm watching him here warm up, I can see the tight spin of that breaking ball that if he can control that could cause Perry Meridian some problems.
Yeah, keeping guys off balance is the name of the game as a pitcher. You don't want them to get too comfy in that batter's box. As Brock Allison heads to the plate for Perry Meridian. Perry Meridian's 14-7 on the season, 7-3 in the conference. Speedway 13-5 overall, 10-0 in the conference. Allison, 1 of 2. This is Brock, the senior. Lance is also a senior. 408 on the year. That's pretty good average for a high schooler. And he wasted no time.
No, it's a good start for Speedway to, they went 3 up, 3 down. So now your hope's to go up there and do the same thing and get back into that dugout as fast as you can and try to get some runners on base.
I just saw something. We talked about how much this meant to Speedway. After that first pitch, the catcher, Warren, tossed the ball over to the dugout, and the coach picked it up, and he's keeping it. So that shows you how much this means to the Speedway program.
Absolutely it does. And good for them.
Yes. There was that off-speed pitch just a bit outside.
We were fortunate to play out here a lot in my coaching career, and it never got old.
Oh, playing on a AAA field, especially as immaculate as this field, they did such a great job taking care of it as that pitch is in for a strike. I mean, it's awesome.
There's not bad hops out here.
No. Yeah.
Just missed.
Yeah, he just a bit outside. Yeah, these kids play on grass and dirt all year long, but it's nothing like the grass and dirt out here. It's not. You get true hops almost like it's a turf field. It's so nice.
Speedway actually has grass in their entire infield except the cutouts of the bases.
Really?
They do. As you can see, he's going to that breaking ball, trying to throw that breaking ball away and get him to chase here with 2 strikes.
Fish ain't biting. Runs the count full on Allison. On deck is the shortstop, Spencer Garrett. Just a little bit high. We got our first base runner of the evening as Allison walks.
Leadoff walk's not the way Speedway wanted to start the game here. I'll be interested to see if Perry wants to try to get on the board first. They're going to bunt him up, try to get him in scoring position, or maybe try to be a little aggressive and steal him to second.
Well, Garrett hits .333 on the season. He's got 2 homers, 9 RBIs. So we'll see what they do. You can see the third baseman playing on the grass. Throws away to first. He may be able to get to third. He will. they botched it in the outfield. Almost could have went home. As boy, the nerves a little bit for Speedway coming into plays. Now there's nobody out and a runner at third base.
Well, no question about that. That's nerves. And now if you're Speedway, you're just going to try to weather this storm here. If you can find a way. It's going to be very difficult to get out of this inning without giving up a run. But if you can get out with just one run, you're going to be in good shape still.
That'd almost be a win at this point.
Would
to
be
get
a
out
win.
with just one run.
Always had a saying, you got to score one to win anyway.
That is true. As he gets a strike, and if you're Gayhert, what you're trying to do now, you just want to hit the ball either to the middle infield or get it elevated. You just want to get that run home.
Yeah, they're playing back. The middle infielders are playing back here. Heck, even the corner guys aren't. The first baseman's behind the bag here, so any ground ball up the middle, any fly ball is going to score this run here. Anywhere but the third and the pitcher.
One of those times where they say, just make some contact as the count is even at 1. Oh, step off.
Just put the ball in play.
Mm-hmm. A lot of things can happen when you put the ball in play. Heveland is still from the stretch, though. Don't think Owens was expecting that throw over at third since he's not playing anywhere near the bag.
Didn't appear he was ready.
Again, 1-1 the count.
Good pitch.
Nice high fastball, got it. Oh, struck him out. The scoreboard was incorrect. That was 1-2, so he got a strikeout. That'll bring up Jake Phillips. Now you want to hear some numbers. This young man, 444 on the year, 521 on base, 714 slug. That's pretty good.
We had a lot of rain last year in the county tournament, and Brebeuf hosted a game because our field was dry, and we got back. I watched Perry Meridian. I remember this kid right here. In fact, he may have hit a home run in that game, but I noticed a lot of power out of him.
Breaking ball outside for ball 1. He's got 3 dingers this year, 15 RBIs. Again, looking to make contact with 1 out. This is a big batter here for Heveland. If he can get a strikeout or an infield pop-up here on Phillips, he's got a chance to get out of the inning with no damage.
He does.
And
that's shallow. That's going to be tough to score, and he lost it in the sun.
Oh, and it landed fair. Wow, I thought that was going to go foul in the right fielder. You're right. DeVault lost it in the sun, so that's going to go as a single, and the run scores to make it 1-0 Perry Meridian. That is a tough sun out there.
It is a tough sun, and it's a tough sky today. There's no clouds. It's bright blue. It's easy to lose a ball. Speedway's still okay here.
Yeah.
They gave up a run. They got to get out of here and just give up one and get back in that dugout and get back to hitting.
Gavin McBeath is at the dish now, and he rips a single into left field. 2 consecutive hits. Runners at first and second now with 1 out, and he wasted no time.
No, Perry Meridian seems to be pretty aggressive, have a good game plan to be aggressive with fastballs, and he jumped on the first pitch fastball and hit that ball very hard.
That was an absolute rocket as Colton Wright, senior center fielder, comes up to the plate for Perry Meridian. Now you're in danger territory here. You need an out in the worst way if you're Heveland.
And he continues to throw strikes. That's a positive sign if you're Coach McCormick over there in Speedway's dugout.
That was a good pitch, kind of outside corner fastball.
Little out, little up.
First baseman Howard not holding the runner on. It was right up the middle. Oh, right under the glove of the shortstop, but they're going to hold. Oh, no. Misplay by Fenters in the outfield, and Coach sends Phillips, and he's going to score. A little bit of overrun there by Fenters in center field, and that allows the run to score. And now you've got 2 runs in with 2 runners on, still just 1 out in the bottom of the first.
So important as an infielder to knock that ball down. Even if you can't get an out, to keep that ball on the infield, keep that run from scoring. Had they had bases loaded, now you have a lot of options on a ball in the infield.
And Mitchell almost got there, but Coach Bonwart would have held Phillips had Fenters fielded that cleanly. He had the stop sign up, but once he booted it, he sent him home.
Yeah, Phillips is a big kid, doesn't run real well. He was one to be aggressive with him,
Yeah.
but you're right. He was putting the stop sign on until he saw it go under the glove, and then it was an easy decision from there.
Aiden Kerr, the catcher, sophomore, up for Perry Meridian now. And again, 3 consecutive hits for Perry Meridian. It's 2-0 here, bottom of the first to the county championship. Oh, just missed their little nubber, and no, they can't get any outs. It just died right there in the infield. Mitchell couldn't get to it, tried to shovel it to Roberts, could not make the play.
He just got in too big of a hurry, Sean. You can tell it's the nerve for the spark plugs here. Coach McCormick's going to come out for a visit here to settle everybody down. They're still okay. There's a lot of baseball left here. We just got to get outs and get out of this inning and get back to the dugout and see if we can put 1 or 2 on the board.
You know, to be quite honest with you, I think, McBeath has been the only hard-hit ball this inning. You had a walk and a flare to right field. You had that ground ball up the middle that Mitchell couldn't quite get to, and that little floater that Heveland just missed. There hasn't been a ton of hard contact.
No, there hasn't been, and that tells me Speedway just got some nerves going on. They're out here for the first time in a long time, and such a great venue, and it's easy to have nerves. You want to win this ball game. They haven't won a championship in a long time, and Coach just got to get them settled down and go play their baseball.
It's a good move by Coach McCormick to make a trip. So here we go, 1 out, bases loaded. Michael Carter, the DH, at the plate for the Falcons. Nice pitch by Heveland again on the outside corner.
Heveland's doing his job. He's giving his team a chance. He's throwing strikes. Hadn't walked anybody yet.
Right fielder DeVault playing extremely shallow.
He is.
Nice block there by Warren on the breaking ball. Kept McBeath from scoring.
It's interesting to see the corners playing in here, as it looks like they may be going to the plate on a ball to them. Awful early here to be doing that, in my opinion, sometimes, because, boy, it can really unravel. You just need to get outs here. You got to get off the field here and minimize the damage here.
Try to get the outside corner again. Couldn't do it. So are they playing the middle infielders back in hopes of getting a double play ground ball? Okay. Yeah, you don't usually see the first baseman playing more shallow than the third baseman. So that was a foul ball.
I like to play him in a lot of times in certain situations. Early in the game, it was always hard to do because you just want to get outs, especially with the bases loaded. You don't want this thing to get 4 or 5 runs.
Right. Boy, strikeout here would be large for Heveland and the Spark Plugs.
He threw a fastball up to the 2-hole hitter that he struck out earlier in this inning. I'm anxious to see if he goes back to it here.
The bottom 3 for Perry Meridian don't quite have the stats as the top of the lineup, and that's fouled. Oh, got it. Nope. That was back close to us. The bottom of the lineup, Carter's hitting 200. Lance Allison hits 8th. He's hitting 132. And Jackson Lambkin's hitting 138, the 9th hitter. So if you want a chance to get out of it, this is your opportunity. And a good pitch here might get you a strikeout.
We went breaking ball there. Let's see if he tries to come back with the fastball up. He did.
There it was. Big strikeout.
Good pitch.
It's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Lance Allison, a senior right fielder. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Sean, you said earlier one run would be a victory. I think 2 runs now with bases loaded would be a huge victory.
Yes, that would be. And 1 batter to get it. Popped up. That's coming right back. Keith, don't duck. Oh, okay.
That was closer than the first one.
It was. Well, I'll tell you what. Watching MLB these days, I saw some baseballs hit the past few days that if those nets weren't up,
yeah, it was a good addition.
Yes, it was. That's out of play. 0-2 the count. What do you like here from Heveland?
I'm going to guess he's going breaking ball in the dirt or breaking ball away here.
Okay. We'll see how the coach predictor goes. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the first.
Oh, he went fastball away.
Got him. That's huge. 3 strikeouts, but 2 runs come across, but he leaves the bases loaded at the end of 1 inning of play. Paramarian 2, Speedway 0.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We are back here at beautiful Victory Field. Just a reminder, this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. And we got us a souvenir here in the booth, Coach. Keith got one of those foul balls, and that's nice.
Pretty unscathed.
An FHS. Got all kinds of markings on it. Colin Roberts, the second baseman, leads off the second for Speedway against McNabb. Pitches inside. McNabb's got to feel pretty relieved getting a couple runs on the board early, kind of relax and just pitch to your defense. As nice job there shooting it to the right side by Roberts.
I was just getting ready to make a comment to yours that if I'm Coach Banwart, my conversation with him is don't be relieved and don't relax. Let's go pitch our game. Let's go compete, and don't give in to them. Two run leads not that big in the first inning. There's a lot of baseball to be played.
If you're Coach McCormick and you come in off of the field into bat after giving up 2 runs, but you get out of that jam, what are you telling your guys?
Telling them we're fine now. Great job. Our nerves, we got to settle down. Our nerves are gone. Now we got to get a base runner on, which they just did with the leadoff guy, and find a way to scrap one across. We don't need both of them back here. That's what I would be telling them. We can cut this lead in half. We're in good shape.
Kerr had a little issue there getting the ball back to McNabb, but no advance.
If you're a Speedway base runner, I would take note because the middle infielders weren't backing that throw up.
No. Phillips put it on the grass at third, possibly expecting a bunt.
And they are.
Outside back pick. Ooh. Close. Ooh,
I thought he was going to bang him.
I did. He took a second to make that call. That throw was very nice by Kerr. The resident umpire seems to think that was a much closer play.
I thought he missed. I thought his hand got in. We had a pretty good view of the hand of the bag.
We did, yeah. You can't stray too far off the bag or those things will happen, especially with a right-handed hitter at the plate.
I think Coach wants to get this bunt down, get this runner in scoring position here.
There it is, right back to the pitcher. Oh,
wow.
And he didn't. He probably had him at second.
Yeah, he did. We always let our catcher call that. He can see the whole field. He can see the runner, and catcher's got to make that decision if he wants his pitcher to go to second base or not. Pretty safe to get an out, too. It's never a bad thing to get an out.
1-3 on the sacrifice. That'll bring up Cody Fenters, the center fielder, with a runner in scoring position, 1 out here in the top of the second. Again, it's the Marion County Championship. And McNabb continues from the stretch. Center fielder's playing extremely shallow.
And he is. And a base hit there.
Oh, just past the outstretched arms of Lampkin. They're going to send the runner. We may have a play at he cut it. That's surprising. The run scores, though, on the base hit by Fenters, and they just cut the lead in half.
Well, that's exactly what you want if you're Speedway there. You had a terrible start to the defensive half and got out of a big jam with only 2 runs. They've cut the lead in half now. Still got a lot of game left to play. They're in this game here, and those nerves got to be settling down a little bit for those kids.
They do. They're getting at least one of those back helps. Now you're right where you were, one out, runner at first. I mean, that was just past the outstretched arms of Lampkin.
I thought it was hit a little bit harder than that. Being up high here, it's a little difficult to tell, but he almost got it.
And I like how they're not afraid to let the ball get into them and shoot it to the right side.
We've had two balls this inning to the right side.
As they say, let the ball get deep. Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's a good saying.
I can sound like I know what I'm talking about. My wife would say I watch enough baseball so that I could spout off quite a few of those.
I've coached for a long time, and I can't even sound like I know a lot.
I think you did all right. Bradley Howard, the first baseman.
Hit and run.
Hit and run, nice. And Howard singles up through the middle. The sophomore first baseman, and now there's runners at first and second with one out. And nice response by the Sparkplugs.
Exactly what you want out of your team if you're Coach McCormick. And now they got first and second and one out and got an opportunity to tie the game up. Base hit here.
Love the hit and run.
Don't see it much anymore.
You do not. Owen Hooper, the DH, is up for Speedway. He is DHing for Lucas DeVault, who is the right fielder on defense for Speedway. Hooper is a senior.
You know, to put a hit and run on, you've got to really have kids you trust up there with the bat, because a lot of bad can happen with a hit and run.
Yeah, and you know, Howard being the sophomore, that shows a lot of faith in him to do that. And now what can Hooper do?
It was almost borderline disastrous, though. The ball wasn't on the ground. It was a line drive. Luckily, it found a hole. Otherwise, it could have been caught in a double play.
Ball hit the ground, and Fenters took a few steps off. And Kerr is not afraid to throw to any bag, is he?
No, he's not. I like that out of a catcher.
Yeah. If you got a good arm, you know, give yourself
Got to be careful.
Chance.
Can't let a runner bait you into it and get a free bag there, or throw it away when you don't need to. But I like aggressive catchers.
Good base runners can bait you into that. That's a good pitch right there. 1-1. Again, McNabb has a 1.14 ERA, and he's already given up one here early in the second.
Pretty good lead there at second base.
Oh, had a bunt on, bunted it foul. Here's my question. Is that a sacrifice, or is that bunting but bunt for a hit?
I would guess he was trying to bunt for a hit. Third baseman's playing back with a runner at second. Probably not going to be charging that play. Try to put a little pressure on the pitcher to make that play. Maybe he throws it away, or you're safe and you got bases loaded.
I wonder if he maybe was trying to push it down the first baseline. He's playing a little bit deeper than the third baseman, I would think.
He was playing in the pitch before.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm.
Got timeout called there. The wheels are turning here, folks. It's the beautiful thing about the game of baseball.
Big strikeout.
Ooh, huge strikeout there, as that is the second out, and that'll bring up the 9-hitter, Eli Owens, the senior third baseman.
Perry's in a similar situation to Speedway was the last half, and trying to minimize the damage that they've got going on out here. And pitcher's doing a really good job of doing his part, and he's 1 out away from getting out of here with this 1 run.
To me, Coach, this is the beauty of baseball. A situation like this, with all the different possibilities and permutations that can happen. When people tell me baseball is boring, I'm like, you just don't understand baseball, because this is chess.
Yes, it is.
Right? It's not checkers. There's so many different things that could happen, and that's what I love about baseball. It makes you think a lot.
It does. It's a thinking man's game, but that's also dangerous when you're a player at it, or even a coach at times. Defense has got their strategy. The offense has theirs, and they can all be different.
Don't want to overthink it, too.
No, not at all.
1-1 the count on Owens.
It's easy to do that.
Phillips way back at third now. Imagine a hard ground ball. He'll just go to the third base bag for the force out.
You're in a tough spot. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do here. You don't want to steal and make the third out at third base. And, you'd love to have some pressure on the defense somehow. But at this point, you just got to sit and hope we get a base hit that has a chance to score the run at second.
McNabb tried to nibble a little bit just outside. 2-1 the count. Again, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. 2-1 game here, top of the second. Oh, nobody available. Communication lines a little cross there as McNabb thought somebody was going to be at the bag.
I'd be telling McNabb right now, quit worrying about that runner. We got 2 outs here. It's 2-1. Let's get the hitter here and get out of this inning. If he steals, he steals. We have an opportunity to throw him out. Otherwise, get a ground ball, get a fly ball. Let's get out of the inning here.
Nice cut there by Owens. Fouled straight back. Deuces are wild. 2-2 the count.
Don't want to go full count here.
Yes.
Full count, 2 outs. Runners are going to be off and running. Anything in the gap, this guy at first would have an opportunity to score. So, ooh.
Oh, rings him up on the outside corner. Caught him looking. 2 strikeouts in the inning, but Speedway does get one on the board. 2-1. We'll be back.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We are back. Heveland heads back to the mound to take his warm-up tosses. 9, 1, and 2 for Perry Meridian up here in the bottom of the second. Nice response, Coach, by Speedway. They got some action on the base pass, got a run home, really proved to themselves, hey, we can hit this guy.
Mm-hmm. Big momentum boost for them. That'll really knock the nerves off. I think the story right now for me is both pitchers were in difficult situations here in each half, and both really battled, competed, didn't give in, and got their teams out of a mess. Both teams were in a bit of a mess there, and I'm impressed with both these arms here, how they compete and really are challenging hitters.
Each one has 3 strikeouts so far and a walk as well, some hits, but it is going to be an interesting ball game from this point. Are the batters going to adjust more, or is the pitching going to start to dominate now that they kind of got the jitters out?
Well, it'll be interesting to see if both coaches, how they feel about it, if they're going to continue to try to play for one run, or they're going to play for some big innings here. That'll be an interesting storyline here as the game goes on.
Jackson Lamkin, the second baseman, sophomore, at the plate to lead off bottom of the second. A little foul behind the plate. Makes it 0-2 quickly. I was watching an MLB game the other day, and they were interviewing a pitcher in the dugout, and they said, on average, how many baseballs do you go through in a half an inning? He said, ooh, that was close. It was up. He said, I'd go over under 4.5. That's in a half an inning. I don't think they go through 4 baseballs in an entire game unless they're foul balls in a high school game, would they?
No, I think the major leagues are a little bit out of control with it. Anything in the dirt's got to go out. So,
couldn't catch up to it on the outside corner, and that's strikeout number 4 for Heveland as Jackson Lamkin goes down. That'll bring up Brock Allison, the leadoff hitter, walked and scored in the first.
Heveland's really challenging these hitters with his fastball.
He definitely couldn't catch up to that as that's ripped into right field.
Well, we've seen two Perry guys jump on that first pitch fastball and really hit it hard. I'm guessing that's what Coach Banwart's going to be talking to all his hitters about, is be aggressive with that. And if you're Speedway, you might want to look at starting to flip that thing when you get back to the top of the lineup here. Maybe start pitching them backwards a little bit if they're going to be sitting on that fastball.
Spencer Gayert comes up, and he struck out in the first. Big curveball kind of lost his release point on that one.
Give me first base in the picture.
Again, love the baby blue uniforms with the navy blue. You can't go wrong there.
No, they're good looking. I'm with you though. The Padres look with the spark plugs is a good nostalgic look. Brings back good memories of my childhood.
Yes.
Used to get the old hard hats out at Busch Stadium when we'd go watch the Indians. Remember the old plastic
yes.
hats, and the Padres was one of my favorite ones.
And it had the little adjustment strap on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
2-0 the count. Yeah, I love those. And then when Dairy Queen would have the helmet Sundays, you just beg your parents, please. That one's out of play. Well, you know what they do now at Wrigley Field is they use those helmets and they have helmet nachos,
I've
which
seen
are
those.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife and I love the helmet nachos.
It's almost too much.
We share it.
Yeah,
Sure.
there you go. Be hard for one guy to eat.
Yes,
like that.
it would. If anyone could do it, I probably could. But, that pickoff throw, trying to keep Allison close. He's 4 out of 6 stolen bases on the season.
Well, I'm looking for Perry Meridian to be aggressive and maybe run here soon. Maybe 2-2. Be a good count to run in here and try to get that runner in scoring position.
3-1 the count on Gayert. Oh, boy.
It's a self-defense foul ball.
Yes, it was. He fouled that off to prevent it from hitting him. And that runs the count full. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, Allison's not getting – he's maybe getting a 2-3 step lead over there.
Yeah, I've been watching their leads
short.
over there. They're unique for sure. Haven't really seen them gain much ground as the pitcher goes to the plate here. It's interesting. Ooh.
Oh, that looked a lot similar to that pitch, top of the inning. But that's a walk. So now 2 runners on and nobody out for the big dog, Jake Phillips. He singled and scored in the first.
Well, you got him and the kid behind him that jumped on that first pitch fastball, hit the line drive to left, probably the hardest ball hit in the game yet. Speedway could be in a little bit of trouble here.
Another jam for Heaven. Let's see if he gets out of it. Only 1 out.
I'm not going to give him a fastball to hit.
In the dirt, and both runners advance on the wild pitch.
Well, the catcher's really got to work hard to keep that in front of him. Easier said than done.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that really surprises me with high school baseball players now is how close they stand to the plate.
Yeah.
Just in every level. You don't see a whole lot of guys try and bust guys in with fastballs.
High school pitchers love to stay away.
As Heveland did right there. Are they just afraid they're going to hit them?
No, I think they're afraid they're going to get hit hard. Away is safe.
Way safe.
You got a base open here with obviously their best hitter in their lineup here. And he gets with there. I'm going to be a little careful with him. If you walk him, get bases loaded, maybe get a double play. Next guy up, but with Phillips here, he's dangerous.
Yeah, he's the big gun you don't want to let beat you. But McBeath, I mean, he had that sharp single in the first, but he's only hitting 220 on the season.
And there it
that is trouble. Goes the other way. That's 2 for Phillips, and that's going to drive in 2.
We're going to play a third. Oh, he put the brakes on.
He did put the brakes on, but Phillips did what he does, and that is drive in runs with another double. His 9th double on the season, and it's 4-1 Perry Meridian.
Good answer for Perry Meridian.
Couple more RBIs for Phillips. Now you've still got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Again, Phillips not the fleetest of foot, but McBeath took the first pitch last time and shot it to right field.
He didn't get a fastball that time.
No, he did not. Pitchers don't forget, do they?
No, they don't.
He got the call on it, though. It's 0-1. Infield back. He's been down in the zone, it seems like, a lot, and boy, Warham has really worked hard to keep the ball in front of him as best as he can.
It's good to keep the ball down. Anytime you elevate the ball, it's going to get an opportunity to get hit hard.
Like that. As center fielder going back, he does make the catch, does Fenters. No advancement there. That was a shot out there into center field, but no dice, and there's 2 outs. Colton Wright comes to the plate.
That's 2 hard hit balls by McBeath and his 2 at bats there. That's definitely a note that I'm taking if I'm in the Speedway dugout.
Wright singled and was stranded in the first inning. Big batter here for Heveland.
Well, Speedway's in another situation where they just got to get out of this thing 4-1. You made a comment earlier, and you're exactly right. They got some confidence in the last half. Some guys hit the ball hard. Some balls got out of the infield and gave hitting's contagious. All it needs is a little confidence.
Yes, that is. You know, people think it's funny when, like, what do you mean it's contagious? You know, you see a guy hit a pitcher, and you're like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
You go up with that confidence knowing, if my buddy can do it, I can sure do it.
That's right.
Nice inside pitch there. Yeah, there we go. 2-1 is the count. That's what I thought it was.
Been a little off on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah. A little chopper to third.
No 2-2 here. Let's see what he wants to do here. See if he goes with that fastball up again or breaking ball away.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay away from that fastball. I think he may go breaking ball again. So Warham's got to be ready behind the dish. Get in that hockey goalie mode. No. Oh, that one was coming straight for us. He went with the fastball.
Yeah, but it wasn't elevated. That thing was down in the zone. If he's going to get strikeout out of this using the fastball, it's got to be elevated.
You want to. A lot of times you'll see the catcher even kind of semi-stand up to make sure he gets it up.
That fastball was dismissed. I bet you it's a breaking ball here.
Okay. Grounded to short. Mitchell, long throw, beat out. That's just such a deep play right there. That's going to be a hard play to make. As Colton Wright gets on. Phillips advances to third, but no fault of Mitchell's there.
No, that was just a tough play there.
Well, Wright's 14 out of 15 for stolen bases this year. He's their main speed guy.
He runs pretty good.
Yeah. Well, that'll bring up Aiden Kerr. He singled in, was stranded as well in the first.
Well, we'll see how Speedway handles the first and third here if Perry steals. As fast as that kid is, I'm gonna let him go.
The top 6 in the order, Coach, are 7 of 11 with 2 walks so far from Perry Meridian. The bottom 3, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks.
There he goes. Oh, they threw.
They cut it off.
Got him at the plate. Good play.
Nice. Great play there. That's going to go 2 to 4 to 2 for the third out. And Kerr will start off the bottom of the third. Nice play there. 4-1. Perry Meridian. We'll be back.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At one point in my life, alcohol ruled supreme. It was not impossible for me to wake up just as drunk as before I went to sleep, and I use the term go to sleep loosely. I think on most nights it wasn't falling asleep, it was just passing out. There was no way I was getting out of it with my own willpower, so I decided to give Wheeler a try. And since my graduation from Wheeler's program, alcohol has not had any kind of hold on me whatsoever.
top of the lineup set to come to the plate for your Speedway spark plugs. If you're joining us from outside of essentially Indiana, Speedway is, yes, a town where Indianapolis Motor Speedway is located, and that's also why their nickname is the Spark Plugs. So you got to love that, especially here in the month of May.
Pretty big month for the town Speedway, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Those local businesses are getting pretty excited with all the travelers coming in. And
you go to the 500?
I went the first 3 years I moved here. I went in 91, 92, 93. And then after that, I've never been a huge racing fan, but after that, I have not. I haven't taken my sons, which is bad parenting on my part.
They need to go.
Yeah, they say they don't want to go, but I think once they go and see it,
they would enjoy the atmosphere, if anything.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of introverts too, so we'd be interesting. All right, Zach Warm, he struck out to lead off the ball game. And McNabb loves that outside corner. He's a paint master.
Yeah, he does. If I'm a Speedway hitter, I'm going to get up on the plate a little bit more and take the inner half away and just shrink the plate on him.
That's coming right back at you. Not quite. We got a little one down there just on the upper deck who just missed it, and they were.
You need to take that kid your souvenir, Sean.
I think maybe the one of their friends caught it.
Good breaking ball.
Fought it off. Good pitch and a good piece of hitting, too. That's a hang with them right there. Can't believe I just used a White Sox announcer saying. There's an inside fastball.
If you're Speedway, you just want good competitive at-bats. Give yourself a chance to get on base. Put the ball in play with 2 strikes. Be a hard out.
Up and inside.
Don't swing anything out of the zone. He's doing a really good job not chasing that breaking ball that McNabb's trying to get him to chase here.
Yeah, if you're sitting fastball, I mean, besides the one he just threw inside there, most of them have been on the outside corner, and it's full count now on Warham.
Ooh.
That
was the one. He went back-to-back breaking balls there. You about expected you were going to get a fastball with full count there. He just missed that.
He tried to lift and separate on that one. Couldn't quite get around on it quick enough. Another payoff pitch here, coming right back at us. Got us.
Sure did.
That was right. I mean, that literally that hit the window
there,
right at yes.
It was slow motion.
I don't think I've ever been closer to a foul ball in my life than I was to that one right there, even with the pane of glass in front of us. Oh, it's got him swinging.
Good at bat. Great job by McNabb by not giving in and continuing to compete, not walking the kid. It's a really good battle by both kids.
Yeah, it was a great at bat on both sides. Avery Mitchell comes up to the plate. He hit a little nubber in front of the plate that the catcher, Kerr, threw to first for the out in the first inning. See what we have in store here for trip number 2. Phillips on the grass. Another breaking ball.
We got a lot of action in the Speedway bullpen here.
We did,
which is interesting. Tells me Heveland might have thrown a little bit on Friday and Saturday.
Low and outside, as you can see that McNabb a little frustrated with himself. And McNabb's a sophomore, and the numbers he has this year, you got to think he's only going to get better.
Good swing.
He's
got really good composure for a sophomore out there. Handles himself very well on the mound. Haven't seen a lot of body language out of him.
See what we got here. 2-1 pitch. Man, lots of
action
back here. I don't know what they're trying to tell us. I only see one set of players come in from the bullpen. We'll see what happens in the bottom of the inning.
Good pitch. Ooh.
Breaking ball. Ooh, boy. That looked close.
Yeah, I believe they got rung up on that the last half.
I think he might have.
Big pitch here.
Yeah, don't want to walk a guy.
No. And he did.
Ooh, and he almost hit him. Mitchell on base now. That'll bring up Heveland. Say hello to our friend Andy Gossel.
Hi, Andy. We were. Your ears must have been burning. We were talking about you pregame. I miss you, my friend.
Heveland, the lefty, he flew out to right field.
Speedway's just got to string a few hits together here. Mitchell might be able to run a little bit. Might try to pick a count here to steal a bag in. Again, I think it's a victory if Speedway can cut the lead in half here.
Yeah.
They've got to have an opportunity to go out and put a 0 up and keep scoring runs.
Okay, is Mitchell wearing the oven mitt as a high schooler? Is that what it looks like to me?
Yeah, it's the oven mitt.
Oh, man.
Whoever invented those, no, I won't even say.
Making a killing. As a kid growing up, I can never, ever remember sliding headfirst into a base. Strike one
You grew
there.
up watching Pete Rose?
No, I grew up in Illinois.
Okay.
I didn't see a whole lot of sliding from the Cubs. They were usually heading back to the dugout in the 70s. I just didn't want to, get a knee in the head or anything like that. Bunt from Heveland. Can he beat it out? Nice play by Phillips. And going to third on the throw.
That's an interesting play there.
Yeah. Calling a bunt with one out.
Good heads-up base running by Mitchell there. That was a great play by Phillips.
I would say great play. Yes, it was.
He wasn't playing in. He was probably playing about even with the bag and threw it on the run. Excellent play.
That's a fantastic baseball play there.
Nearly got thrown away going back across the diamond to third there that would have scored a run.
McBeath, he elevated that one over. Kind of looked like the throw Chris Bryant sent to Rizzo for the last out of the World Series. If I could bring up some good memories from my baseball team. All right, we got 2 outs and a runner on third. So now if you're Aiden Kerr, you got to keep everything in front of you.
And he does. He heard you.
Yeah. They started Roberts off with a breaking ball. He singled and scored the Speedway run in the second.
Huge hole up the middle. Second baseman's really shaded to first. Ooh, that was a fastball in the dirt. That's not an easy one to keep in front of you. Great play.
Yeah, he shot it to the right side last time.
Yeah, he did.
You see the adjustments already. That's the beauty of coaching right there. Oh, you went that way last time? Well, we're going to take that away now. See if you can come back up the middle.
Good pitch. McNabb still challenging him with the fastball.
I noticed Kerr, too, when he caught it. He brought it up. They're teaching him. Do you teach kids to frame at the high school level?
Yeah, somewhat. They get a little out of hand with it. They want to do it every pitch. You can't do it every pitch. You got to know when to and when not to, and that's a difficult thing to teach young kids.
3-1 the count now on Roberts. Ooh, almost got him, and that's a walk. That one kind of got away from McNabb. So now runners first and third, and Carter Watson coming to the plate. He had a sacrifice bunt in the second. Now we got a little chit-chat going on amongst the infield. You can see McNabb.
Well, I really like what Phillips is doing here. Going up there and talking to the young sophomore pitcher, that's good senior leadership right there. Call timeouts, settle down. We got 2 outs. You're okay. Give him a big pep talk here. Love seeing that out of seniors.
That's fantastic, yeah. Just breathe. Now make some pitches. Coach McCormick talking with the home plate umpire.
What do you suppose he's talking about?
I'm not sure because Carter Watson's still at the plate. Catcher making the defensive signals to his teammates.
He might have been upset that time was called before his runner got to first base. They were trying to take second base on that, and they were probably going to try to get in a run down to see if they can score this run, would be my best guess. Oh, they threw it away.
Oh, they threw it away. Wow. Tried the old fake the first, go to third move. Kind of opposite usually.
Yeah, you don't usually see it that way.
No. But there's that run back they get.
I said it earlier, Sean. There's 2 outs. Kid's throwing a good ball game. Let's focus on the hitter. Let's get him.
Again, that goes back to what we were talking about, overthinking things.
Overthinking, trying to make too many plays that you don't need to. Get a ground ball, get a fly ball. Let's get out, no runs. Now that lead's cut in half again. With an opportunity for it to be 1 run here with a base hit.
Yeah, you get a knock here, and Phillips playing even with the bag at third. Again, Wright playing shallow in center, shallower than in the corner outfielders, the Allison brothers. I'm going to assume they're brothers.
It's kind of interesting to me the center fielder is so shallow.
Yeah.
Like, you do not want a ball over your head here. It's too deep.
Makes me wonder if he feels more comfortable going back for a ball than coming in.
I'm not sure there's too many kids that are.
I know. And there it is. Oh, that's going to drop, and there you go. That is going. Oh, there's a nice throw by Allison.
He overthrew the cut.
But the run does score, I believe.
Does. He plated it right there.
Yep, he's saying the run does score, so that cuts the lead to 1 as we head to the third.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Four to 3 now after a couple of runs in the top of the third for the Sparkplugs as they continue to respond once Perry Meridian gets runs on the board, and Heveland goes back to the mound for another inning of work.
Both teams are competing. Both teams are
giving
themselves an opportunity, putting runs on the board here. Great ball game so far.
Aiden Kerr will lead off the third for the Falcons. He singled and was stranded in the first and was at the plate when that attempted double steal happened. And they got the Speedway got the third out at home to end the bottom of the second.
Speedway's yet to put up a 0 in an inning. Haven't had a 3 up, 3 down inning. In fact, we haven't had one since the top of the first, if I remember.
That is correct.
Be big for Speedway to do that here and get back to the dugout and get those bats in their hands. They're hot.
That would be a huge lift for that squad if Heveland could go 1, 2, 3 here, especially when you got 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate for Perry Meridian. We talked about how top heavy this Perry Meridian lineup is. This is a shot for him to be able to do that. Another foul ball here in the upper deck, and there go the kids. Of course, the big kid's the fastest.
Love seeing kids at the ballpark.
Oh, yeah.
Big 0-2 pitch here.
Ooh, just a bit outside. Kerr struck out 14 times on the year, so we'll see what Heveland decides to go. Do you go back to the breaking ball, or you try the
look for fastball up here, up and in, get it elevated. And he got it down, but he got a ground ball out of it.
To Roberts, he'll throw it to Howard, and there's your first out. 4-3. Bring up Michael Carter, struck out in the first.
See if he starts him with a fastball here.
I mean, that's a big out because, I mean, Lampkin did strike out to open the second, but then they flipped the order over, and, you know, the top of the lineup's been on base at all. If you can get through without letting them flip the order again, that's huge.
It's always one of the things you're focused on as a coach in the dugout is really trying to make sure to top that lineup, minimize their at-bats in a game.
Because there's a reason they're at the top of the lineup. Oh, a nice breaking ball there.
And when you're on the other side of it, you're trying to get that leadoff guy up as much as you can. Go back to it again.
Oh, we didn't get the call. That looked like a really good pitch. As you can see the shadow now creeping towards home plate. Once that gets over home plate and the batter's in the shadow, that becomes tough to pick up the ball coming out of the light.
Good fastball there.
Very good fastball. Evens the count at 2. You stick with the fastball, or you're going to go off speed here.
I like breaking ball in the dirt here. Oh, he went fastball.
Right, fouled it off. Lives to fight for another pitch.
One of the things I enjoy doing as a coach is really charting the opposing pitcher to try to see if they fall into a pattern.
Ooh, they wanted that pitch. Didn't get it. Runs count full. Coach McCormick wanted that one. Well, everybody from Speedway did. Ripped into the gap. Center fielder was playing fairly deep, so that's just going to stay a single as the throw comes in. Base knock for Carter.
I think Heveland went to the well one too many times there with the fastball.
That'll bring up Lance Allison. He struck out in the first. Do you see him sacrificing here, maybe get a run in scoring position, or just swing away?
I wouldn't think so with one out here. And try to steal a bag here maybe and get that guy in scoring position. I wasn't always the biggest fan of bunting with one out, sacrificing that is.
Well, Owens is playing on the grass at first base. Carter is 4 of 4 in stolen bases. Not much, but has yet to be thrown out.
They seem to expect it, don't they?
Yeah. And it gets away. That's probably a pass ball.
I would agree. It was a little away, but he did get his glove on it.
And Worm's probably
just what you didn't want if
you're
Speedway.
Internally kicking himself because now you got to run in scoring position with one out. Wow, look at how far Roberts is playing behind the bag at second, leaving the right. You've got to imagine.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see if he breaks
shift.
over a little bit or. Yeah, a little bit.
Popped up. Let's see if Duvall.
This is trouble.
That was trouble earlier, but nice play by Roberts. Trying to go to third, and he does make it to third.
He ran a long way for that ball.
He did. You remember he lost one in the first inning in the sun.
You just mentioned he was holding the runner behind second base. He didn't break back much, and that ball was on the foul line. And Mike Harmon just came in interrupting us.
How dare he? And we talked so nice about him earlier.
I know.
You know?
I take everything back I said about him.
All right, runner on third, 2 outs. This is a big at bat, especially for Warm to keep the ball in front of him. And Heveland really wanted that pitch.
Big for Speedway here to finally put a 0 up in this game, give themselves a chance to go tie the game or take the lead.
There's a good pitch. A breaking ball on the outside.
Surprised he got it. He dropped that ball. Most umpires won't give that to you.
You box it, yeah, it's too bad.
I never understood that, though. It's a strike, it's a strike. If he dropped it, he dropped it. I mean.
Hey, no, I totally agree with you. Oh, another one. Now you got to imagine the fastball's coming.
I haven't guessed right yet.
I don't think anybody's keeping track.
Nope.
Oh, another one and got him.
That was impressive.
Got out of the inning. No damage done. It's 4-3.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
We are back at the Vic, beautiful Victory Field. 4th inning of play, top of the 4th, Speedway coming to the plate. 6, 7, and 8 for the Spark Plugs as we see a little bit of commotion down near the Perry Meridian bullpen, but they're coming back now as it's a 1-run game, 4-3, Coach.
Yeah, it's both bullpens have been active here. It's you and I talked about this earlier. The setup of the county is not a good setup. You had to play 3 ball games over the weekend, and pretty much diminishes your pitching there. Makes it very difficult to bring somebody back on Tuesday. So interesting to see how long both starters go. I would imagine both pitched over the weekend.
McNabb does not get that call as Cody Fenters at the plate. He singled in the second, was stranded at second.
Important to get this leadoff guy on somehow, some way. And he almost took one in the head to do it.
Up and in. If I remember right, Fenters hit one right back up the box for a base hit in the second. Unless my old memory isn't quite remembering, but there's a pretty good gap right up the gut.
3-0. I'm giving him the take sign now.
100%.
I'm gonna find a way to get him on base here. We're gonna sacrifice bunt, get him in scoring position, try to tie this game up.
Let's see what McNabb comes with at this pitch.
Right down the middle.
Yes. Okay, now it's 3-1. Are you letting him say, okay, you've got a zone. If it's in that zone, let her rip. But if not, you're letting it go. Is that kind of?
You're telling every kid that 3-1. But if I got a kid up there that's a good 2-strike hitter, I might give him a take again.
Okay. Right to Phillips.
He almost jumped a little early. Did you
He
see that?
almost did, yeah.
I think that fooled him there. It wasn't hit nearly as hard as it seemed off the bat.
It's an off-speed hit. And Bradley Howard will come to the plate. He singled as well in the second.
McNabb got out of a little bit of a jam there. Did a good job continuing to compete and not losing him 3-0 and walking him as the leadoff guy.
Howard, the sophomore, first baseman.
Nice breaking ball.
You pump 3 fastballs in coming at you, and now he starts off Howard with a breaking ball, and that's the kind of stuff that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. And then you paint the outside corner. Howard's like, come on, man. I got a single off of you. Give me a break here.
And now you got to battle if you're Speedway here.
Yeah.
Down 0-2. See what McNabb does here with his 0-2 pitch. I like it.
See if he's going to.
Breaking ball in the dirt there. Let's see if he tries to come back. Fastball and elevate and getting the chase there. Or will he come back with the breaking ball away again? He seems to like that breaking ball away.
He does. Especially when he's ahead in the count. Well, let's see what he brings here.
There it was.
Rung him up.
Good pitch.
Two up, two down.
Kid's got a really nice breaking ball.
And again, just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore.
That'll bring up Owen Hooper, the designated hitter. He struck out in the second. Well, now if you're Prairie Meridian, the shoe's on the other foot. If you can go 1, 2, 3 here at the bottom of their order,
big for them too.
You come back up with the top of your order in the bottom of the fourth.
Who's been pretty hot.
They've done pretty well.
Breaking ball's on for him right now.
Yes.
He's throwing it wherever he wants it.
Now, the chess game, you're Coach McCormick. Let's say you go down 1, 2, 3. Top of the Prairie Meridian order's coming up. Are you keeping Heveland in, or are you bringing somebody in from the bullpen? Different look.
Heveland's a senior. I'm going to guess that he's going to stay with his senior.
Got another one up here near us. All kinds of action with foul balls.
Well, that depends on how much Heveland threw this weekend, too.
That is true.
Look out.
They are shooting everything to the right side. Is that Keith out there with the ball?
Yeah,
and he did a terrible job throwing it over his shoulder.
He's trying to determine which kid to give it to.
You got to give it to the girl. That's what you do. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. You can probably hear him all. Keith's a celebrity now. He's loving that. Way up high with the fastball.
Hooper's got a good at-bat going here. He just fouled off an 0-2 breaking pitch. Took fastball up there. We're going breaking ball away here, 1-2 from McNabb. There it was, and what a nice piece of hitting.
Shot it into right field. He's going to go for 2. No, it got past Allison into the corner. Oh, no. Oh, it's caught. He wasn't paying attention. He had a shot for 2 because Allison misplayed it.
Kind of surprised he held up anyway. That thing was all the way out on the warning track. That was a lengthy throw for the right fielder to make to even throw him out at second base.
I could have had a runner in scoring position, and then a base hit ties it up. That's surprising. That'll bring up Eli Owens.
Coach Harmon's behind us, and just told me he thinks he missed first base, so he had to go back.
Ah.
I was watching
that will
the
do
right
it. Yeah, I
fielder,
was too.
so.
Yeah. Still got a chance to get out of this with no damage. Just a little bit high on the breaking ball there.
Well, here's an important piece for Perry and Speedway. You're at the bottom of the lineup here, and flipping the lineup would be huge for Speedway, and not doing it for Perry would be a win.
Oh, there's that outside corner fastball.
I can tell because when you put your hand back on there when it moves, it jumps a little bit.
Again from the stretch. Hooper at first. Oh, he got the call there too on that fastball. Speedway dugout not happy with that one.
It continues to expand away as the game goes on. I feel their pain.
1-2 the count with 2 outs. That's into right field. Allison
That's trouble,
coming
Sean.
in. That it could be.
Wow.
Oh, he caught it. What a diving play by Lance Allison in foul territory. My goodness. That gets him out of the inning. A huge play from the right fielder, and it stays 4-3.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
What a play here to end the top of the fourth. The diving catch by Lance Allison. Break it down, Coach.
Yeah, kid ran a long way for it. Foul territory. It's a good opportunity to lay out and dive for one when it's in foul, because if you don't catch it, you're still safe there. But what a great effort by that kid. Big play for them right there with a runner on first base and the tying run at that. As you're coming towards the foul line, knowing the bullpens are there, is that thought in your mind at all, or are you just going straight for the ball? I think a little bit of those bullpens gotta come into your mind there. They got, they're a little raised there, but hey, that kid was coming. He was full speed, and I don't think he was too worried about that bullpen. He was going to make a catch, and he did it. Well, our question has been answered as Heveland's back on the mound for this fourth inning as he faces the top of the lineup again. Brock Allison, 1 for 1, on base twice and scored both times for the Falcons. And he's going to the breaking ball. A little bit of McNabb's game here, breaking ball away, and caught the corner. That was a great pitch to start him off with. Here's where Perry, you want the leadoff guy on here, so you can try to move him up. Ooh. There's that expanded zone. Brock's got to say, hey, I can't let my little brother show me up. He made that catch. I got to do something here. But he's down 0-2. Another breaking ball just past the outstretched arms of Roberts. And he's on it for the third time. There's not much that drives you crazier than an 0-2 base hit. Oh, I can imagine. Get the thing in the dirt, get him the chase, running fastball up. Don't leave it over the middle of the plate. Is that why most coaches don't have much hair? Yes, it is. Or gray. that too. Yeah, that too. I tell my wife my gray is from her. Spencer Gayert, he is 0 for 1. Going to bunt. This is I expected there. Good call by Coach here. You need a good insurance run here in the fourth. This game's getting late. Owens on the grass at third. Last time up, Gayert walked and scored, and he popped it straight back. Bunting is such a lost art, Coach. Yeah, it is. Kids don't like to do it anymore, and all you got to do here is get it down. You don't even need to be too fine with it. You just got to get the ball down. It's going to be a very difficult play to throw the runner out at second base. Just get the bunt down. Let's get it in the grass. Oh, he went slash here. He did. Oh, and booted by Mitchell. Tried to make the play too quickly. That'll be E6. And now you got 2 runners on and nobody out, and that is not where you want to be. Here's where I'd like to see a senior on Speedway's team go out there and tell that freshman to keep his head up. There's going to be another one coming at you here. He's playing in a big ball game here as a freshman, and he needs a little pat on the back right now. Yeah, and your second baseman and third baseman are both seniors. But now we got the big dog up with 2 runners on, and I don't suppose they're going to bunt with him. No, he feasted last time this happened. Nice breaking ball to start with, though. Double drove in both these runners just in his last at-bat. This spot puts you in a tough predicament as a coach. You want to bunt really badly here, get a runner at third base with less than 2 outs, but you got your 3-hole hitter up that's hitting over 400, and it's 2 for 2. You got to roll your dice. You roll the dice with it, and hope he comes through for you. If he pulls one down the third base line, he could run for a while. Oh, he was looking to do some damage there. He was trying to hit that on the Marriott. He was, yeah. Big pitch here. 0-2. Let's see what Jake Phillips does. Oh, no, we're going to get a little conference here. Interesting move by Warham, the senior, to go talk to his pitcher about what they want to do with this 0-2 count. Got some action down the Perry Meridian bullpen, so we'll see if McNabb comes back out for the fifth or not.
The screen's preventing me from seeing any numbers.
Number 4.
Number 4.
That's Lane Allison. He was the the right fielder, wasn't he?
Yes.
Kid just made the catch.
And he has 6 saves on the season.
Oh, he challenged him with
got
the fastball.
Him. Wow, what a huge pitch there for Heveland. Got the out.
That's when you kick yourself as a coach. I knew I should have bunted.
Or Phillips is like, why? Oh, I knew I was going to get a fastball, but I need to get it up more.
McBeath can be trouble too. He's hit 2 balls hard this game.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2. But he has struck the ball very well tonight. Curveball a little bit up. And this is about you definitely not just want to stay ahead of him in the count.
Absolutely.
You can't get behind in the count and even think about a potential walk because that could be dangerous.
Hitters don't do that enough anymore, Sean. They'll sit in there and get uncomfortable, and instead of calling time, the pitcher's trying to throw you off. Just get time and reset.
It's like standing
that was close to a balk right there.
Yeah, like standing over your golf ball on the
right.
tee box.
Just get up there and hit it.
It doesn't feel right. Well, it's definitely step away. Try. Now, if I had to do that, I'd probably step away 20 times and still duff it. But
Heveland was pretty quick there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he paused there. That was close to a balk.
One and one to count. He would love a sharp ground ball to Roberts here, or even Mitchell. Like, let Mitchell make a play. Turn it over.
Let him pick himself up. Good pitch.
Ooh, good breaking ball.
What was out there?
He's ahead in the count now. Do you go back to that breaking ball again? Go a little bit more outside, see if he stretches a little bit more, the home plate umpire?
Yeah, I want to see how far I can get out there and still get a strike.
Pitchers are actually thinking that, aren't they?
Absolutely, they are. He went fastball. Just got a piece of it. No, he didn't.
He didn't. Strikeout, but both runners move up. But there's 2 outs now.
I think they got crossed up there.
So now you just got to get an out with Colton Wright, but he's 2 for 2. So
I think Warren was expecting breaking ball there and got the fastball.
They got the semi-result they wanted.
But the cross-up allowed the runners to advance, and now we got 2 runners in scoring position here.
This
with
might
a
be
guy that's 2 for 2.
This might be the biggest bat of the game if you're Speedway.
Or Perry.
Yeah, both. Yeah, it's true.
These are big runs.
Big, nice breaking ball there for a strike.
This Heveland kid's really competed well this game. Just continues to compete. Got a lot of guts.
Just a bulldog.
He is. Love kids like him.
Another one. Let the kid make a play.
Oh,
what a great play by the freshman. Got him. Huge
The
play.
run did not plate either. Oh, he did plate it.
Oh, he did.
I didn't think he made it.
Unless he's saying that he didn't get him with the first tag, but got him with the second, that would be it. We'll take a look at it as coach is at the plate, but we'll be back.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Coming back with the replay here of the last out of the inning. Great play by Mitchell, throwing it over. But they're saying he missed him, called him out on the second tag, which allowed the run to score.
I believe if he would have got him on the first tag, that run would not have counted. I was watching out of the corner of my eye. Didn't look like he crossed on the first tag, but it was clear there that that the umpire called him out on the second attempt of tag.
The umpires did a great job. They came together. They talked about it. Now the home plate umpire has talked to both head coaches to let them know what's going on, and they're going to. They haven't put the run up on the board yet, but I'm assuming it counted.
Well, I'm assuming myself here.
He didn't. I don't remember him waving it off.
I didn't see him do that either.
Well, now we're a bit confused here as to what's going on. We may need someone clarify for us. Maybe the coach is coming out to say, "Hey, look, we only see 4 out there. Did it count or not?"
Well, the fact that we have a little conference with Coach Banwart and the home plate umpire. Here we go. He did plate it, so
yes.
5-3.
There you go.
And I think it was the correct call. I think they got it right.
In the rules of baseball, he makes that initial tag before the runner touches home plate. That run does not count.
Correct.
But as we saw in the great replay by our production team, the umpire called him out on the second tag, which allowed the run to score. All right, top of the lineup for Speedway is Warren is up at the plate. He's looking to do something because he struck out twice, even though the last at-bat was a battle.
Going back to that play in the last half with Mitchell, the freshman there, it was the only play he had.
Yes.
There's no way he's going across the diamond and getting it out there. The base runner, I don't know. I'd like to see that again. Did he go on contact with 2 outs to put himself in that position? But what a heads-up play by a freshman shortstop.
Yeah, and especially, he's let's not mince words. Like, he struggled a little bit tonight in the field.
Made a couple errors.
And to make that play right then with a chance to get him and not have the run score is just a fantastic pickup by the freshman.
Big point in the ball game here.
Yes.
Perry scores 2 there. Speedway could be in some trouble. 2 runs is still manageable.
Warren to Gayert to the out, 6-3 for the first out of the inning to McBeath. That'll bring up Mitchell, the aforementioned freshman, walked and scored in the third.
You go back to that base runner at second for Perry there. We tell hitters or runners all the time to get a big secondary lead and often run it with the crack of the bat.
Nice pitch there. We got clarification. They said the runner crossed the plate at the same time that the tag was made. Therefore, the run does count.
Correct call. Again, if the tag's made on the first attempt, no run scores. We still got a 1-run game.
And that's a tough throw to make. Is you're going to your right and then throwing right. The third baseman's kind of like, oh man, he's coming to me.
I think the throw was there. I think the third baseman made an attempt at the ground ball and then had to retreat back to the bag. So, which is difficult to get there and get in position to make the tag.
And obviously the
ball was in the hole.
The runner's trying to avoid the tag too without going out of the baseline, so there's wiggle room there too. That's just an all-around baseball play. Drop third strike. And he threw it away. Kerr threw it away from McBeath, so Mitchell is on first.
You see what Kerr did there? Catchers are notorious for taking their time on a drop third, and they stand straight up. And guess what the ball does? Right there. Just sails on them. Instead of staying low and making a good, strong throw and following your throw down there.
Would you like to see them take a couple of hops out more away from the baseline to get a better angle?
I think he did that, and he cleared himself pretty good. He just relaxed himself, which is easy to do.
Yeah. Oh, well, being a Cubs fan and watching Wilson Contreras throw, 98-mile-an-hour heaters down to Rizzo for all those years, you see those guys do that, and you're like, uh-oh. Or pitchers when there's a ground ball and they're they turn around quickly and try and throw it second, and it sails on them. Even the great Mariano Rivera has that happen, like in 2001. See, I'm bringing out the baseball trivia now. It's a habit. It's a bad habit. They're talking with McNabb, but they're going to leave him in.
Yeah, I think Coach just went out there, make sure everybody's on the same page. We need outs here. We've already got one. The guy at the plate's the tying run. He's the important one. So just relax ourselves. Make sure we get an out here. Don't try to make anything spectacular here.
Heveland can help himself here at the dish.
And Mitchell can run.
Yes. I mean, he's got the oven mitt on, so that says something right there.
And there he goes.
Yep. And Heveland checked his swing, but Kerr couldn't hang on to it, and that's a stolen base. So now it's 5-3 with a runner at second and one out. You're looking for Heveland here to shoot it somewhere in the outfield grass. Cut that lead back to 1.
That was pretty close to swinging. They checked down the umpire. He said he didn't go. Let's see if Mitchell wants to try to swipe third here at some point.
Heveland takes time.
You'd love to have him over there with less than one out, but it's also dangerous.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting, especially with Phillips at third, whether he's coming towards the bag or backing up to the bag.
Well, I can tell you this. If I'm coach, he's not going. We got a lefty at the plate. Catcher's got a clear view to third base.
Yes.
I'm telling him right now, I've already told him, you're not going.
I got you. Yeah, that open lane with the left-handed hitter makes a world of difference.
Sure it does. Nobody to throw around. He's going to score on a base hit anyway. He can run.
And now the count's 3-0 to Heveland with Roberts on deck. Roberts has been on twice and has scored twice. Big pitch. There's another one that's dropped that's called a strike. 3-1 the count. Look at them next door just teasing us with all that food. How dare they?
I'm telling Heveland here to sit on a fastball down the middle and hit it as far as you can.
Okay. You have a signal for that?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
He check swung.
Oh, and they're calling a strike, sending him back. They're saying he went. The home plate umpire, I don't even think he checked, did he?
No. He's got partners out there for a reason.
How much does that irritate coaches?
A lot.
I feel like the home plate umpire,
it's tough for him to see it.
It's got to be difficult because you're looking at the ball, right?
It's tough for him to see it.
Now the count's full.
Yeah, we got a three-man crew here, so you got somebody on the corners everywhere. So good pitch.
And struck him out. That's big.
That might have been his first breaking ball inside tonight.
Well, that'll bring up Roberts. I have to admit, I have a weird fascination with going on YouTube and watching ejections in MLB.
I get caught doing it too.
There's plenty of channels where you can watch all, and I'll watch them over and over again just because I'm fascinated by the whole thing. and it's almost always it's the same umpires in Major League every time that are on those videos. Oh, going to third. There it is. There's the stolen base. Too bad that's for 2 outs, but
I only got ejected 2 times in my career, Sean.
Only 2 times.
Believe that?
And both were not your fault, I assume.
Exactly.
Wonder how many.
In fact, we were playing Chittard. I think it was Coach Harmon's fault.
I don't think Coach Harmon's ever been ejected.
Good job by the catcher there, keeping that in front.
Nice block. You really have never been ejected. Wow. How many years? 24 years, never been ejected. Wow.
That's impressive because I know him very well. He's kind of hot-headed.
Well, I don't think Angel Martinez ever did any of your games, did he? Angel Hernandez, excuse me. Got to block the ball here with the runner at third. As I believe it's now 3-0.
Well, you have to wonder here with McNabb if he's getting tired, it's getting late. Did he throw this weekend? A lot of interesting things can be happening here with these two arms as we get later in the game.
Walked him. That'll bring up Carter Watson. Sacrificing
off
the
and
second.
running.
Oh.
And they just threw him out. Ooh.
Oh, mercy. That was close.
If you remember, they tried to do that earlier in the game with that kid. They're trying to get a throw down there and get him in a rundown to score this run.
And now it looks like pitching coach is coming out for Perry Meridian. Yeah, they almost got him at third. And last time it happened, too. They called timeout before he got to first base. Yeah. We got a couple of powwows going on here on the field. So the pitching coach out there, he's probably not going to make a pitching change, is he? But now I see.
More than likely not. I think we're going to talk about scouting report if we have it. We got 2 outs. We need to make sure we throw strikes here. Get a ground ball. Let's get out of the inning.
Like we said, Watson sacrifice bunt. There's the play as they tried to get him.
Ooh. Oh, really close.
He blocked the bag really well, did Phillips.
He may have blocked it so well, he may have blocked it from the umpire, to be honest.
He may have.
I really couldn't tell from the replay if he was safe or out.
That would be an ignominious end to that play. Had you try and get in the rundown, he gets picked off at third.
Would have been catastrophic.
Yes.
Here we go. Yeah, Phillips has got the block. It's blocked pretty good. Oh, I think he missed the tag.
Did miss the tag. Strike one to Watson. You're looking for a big base knock here for your Speedway.
That's exactly what you want after a mound visit there. To come out and get ahead in the count here, stay ahead. Let's get out of this inning without these 2 runs scoring.
Junior left fielder at the plate.
There's that breaking ball again on the outer half.
Now 0-2, exactly where you want to be if you're McNabb. Now you're
play it
really
again, Sam. Here it comes.
Now you're really fighting if you're Watson. Stay alive here. You go back to the breaking ball?
Yeah, away. We'll see how far the umpire called it out there. And he did.
Oh, big out for McNabb.
Big pitch out of a sophomore.
Stops the rally. That'll keep it 5-3.
Where are you going to be in game 2?
Good to see you.
I'll come find you.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Heveland takes the hill again for the bottom of the 5th for the Sparkplugs, down 5-3. 6-7-8 coming to the plate, and that may be a reason why he's back out there, Coach, with the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, it could be. They haven't been extremely productive tonight, and maybe making a change if he can get 3 up, 3 down here and give the top of that lineup a different look, especially if they had a lefty over there they could bring in.
Aiden Kerr singled and grounded out, 1 for 2. That fastball is up and out. Ooh, see if we can get us to some pitch count here. A little bit low. Count even at 1. Bottom of the 5th, the county championship. There's 2 programs looking for the county championship for the first time in a while as that pitch is a strike.
So Heveland's at 85 pitches right now, so
It's this batter, right?
It's going to be tough to. It's going to be tough. I don't know what he threw this weekend, so he could be under that restriction, and if not, 120 is the max. So.
Okay.
It's 4 days rest.
It's 2-2 on that good curveball. Another good curveball gets him swinging. That's first out of the inning.
Yeah, if he would get to 120 in this game, you got to come out. That's the max in a game.
And then he cannot pitch again for 4 days.
4 or 5 days. I can't remember now. It's one of the two.
Carter's 1 for 2. Fouled straight back, and Heveland is
a lot of breaking balls out of him.
He's really found his place with that breaking ball. And stay tuned for the city championship to follow, because that one's just a bit outside, where Cathedral takes on Covenant Christian for the city championship. Thanks again so much to the Indianapolis Indians and Victory Field for allowing both these games, as that's ripped into left field for a single by Carter. Got a couple of knocks in his last 2 at-bats.
I'll definitely look for Coach Banworth to bunt here and put that runner in scoring position to put one more run on the board. Could just about seal it up for you.
So you got Lance Allison, who struck out in the first and popped out to second in the third. Behind him, Jackson Lampkin, who has struck out twice. Carter is 4-4 stolen bases this year.
Well, no bunt.
Are they potentially going to try and steal a bag here?
Be a very aggressive play.
Off-speed pitch. Right back to Roberts for the out.
Is it 2 outs or 1 out? 2 outs. Okay, I got lost there. Now I understand why they weren't bunting.
Kerr struck out.
I was trying to find this pitch count for Heveland and got lost there.
We have a pinch hitter here? Or is that number 5?
Number 6. Caden Nolan, Jr.
All right. It's first baseman. Pinch hitting for Lampkin.
Here's a scenario for Perry, too. You really would love to try to be aggressive and steal a bag and get him into scoring position, but you're also at the 9-hole. You risk getting thrown out and leading off with your 9-hole.
Yeah.
The way the top of that lineup's been, I'm going to take my chances here, not steal, and if it doesn't work out, we got the top lineup coming back up for us in the 6th.
And it's like we talked about before, those are the decisions, the chess game that goes on that you're trying to figure out to win a ball game. It's 2-0 now. On the pinch hitter. 3-0. Boy, you don't want to walk to get back to the top of the lineup. That's for sure.
Sure don't.
As Brock Allison has 2 for 3 with a walk and 3 runs scored.
I just assumed the ball be put down the middle and give him a chance to put it in play. At least we can defend that. We can't defend that walk.
Got the strike there.
I might give this 9-hole hitter the take just to run at full count so we can be off and running here.
Didn't matter.
No, sure didn't.
Walked him. And now it gets interesting. As you have Brock Allison coming to the plate, as I think Lampkin's going to come back in to run.
Good, guys. Nice exchange.
He is. So, again, Brock Allison at the dish. He's been on base 3 times and scored 3 times. This is a big batter for Heveland. I know we say that, but it's these moments that make or break baseball games.
Sure, it's big out here to keep the game at 5-3, or a big hit here for Perry to make it 6-3.
Or a bigger hit to make it 7-3.
Yeah.
Speedway outfield is playing a little bit deeper.
Well, you don't want a ball over your head here. That would guarantee that run from first scores.
Didn't quite get the curve ball.
He's getting tired, Sean.
Snag, he is.
You can see it. Breaking ball's not as sharp. Fastball's just kind of laying down the middle of the plate. Just missing spots.
Allison's probably salivating at the plate. 2-0 the count. You know right now, Allison's looking for a pitch in his nitro zone. And if he gets it, he's going to turn and burn. So Heveland has to be careful.
They didn't put a breaking ball in there. Nice pitch.
Don't think Allison was expecting the breaking ball there. Do you throw another one, or do you come back with the heater on the outside part of the plate?
Well, I'd love to see him run one inside on this kid here and try to get a lazy ground ball. Ooh.
Went with the breaking ball, but he missed. They checked down to first, no swing, as we've got action down in the Speedway bullpen again. It's 3-1.
See, that's where you get irritated as a coach. He asked for help on that one, but didn't the one before.
Mm-hmm. I think Allison's nitro zone expanded a little bit now.
Well, I'm going to turn him loose here. And he got a breaking ball.
Got a breaking ball.
What a 3-1 pitch out of Evelyn.
Gutsy. Got a full count, though, which means the runners will be off with the pitch.
Great time for an inside move here and try to catch that runner being a little too aggressive at second base and see if you can catch him. And we don't.
Fouled straight back. We do it again.
And Coach Manworth's telling the runner second base to watch for it. That inside move, when he picks his leg up, he can wheel back around. That can fool a runner sometimes.
Once again.
See,
and there, yep.
Should have done it the first time. Coach already sniffed that out.
That's why they're coaches, right? Payoff pitch again here. Walked him. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
A little bit of danger zone here. Still 2 outs here.
And I think we're going to get a pitching change.
All we need is ground ball, fly ball. He's at 105.
Yeah.
So now here's where it gets interesting. You got to get in that bullpen. What's that going to be like? Is it going to be enough to throw Perry hitters off, or is this lineup going to continue to stay hot and beat on him too?
What a great outing by Heveland is. He heads to the dugout to be congratulated by his teammates. And we'll see who the pitcher is, as it looks like there's some other defensive changes coming.
Like number 1.
We'll be back.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts...
We are back. Eli Owens moves from third base to the mound, and Woodlock comes in for Heveland. Hunter Woldlock, a junior, number 9, to play third base. So bases loaded, 2 outs, 5-3 game here in the bottom of the 5th, and it's a pitching change. Heveland was at 105 pitches, Coach, so probably a smart move by Coach McCormick.
Yeah, you could tell he was getting tired. The breaking ball wasn't as sharp. He was missing up a lot, and what a gutsy performance by that kid. And that's what you want out of a senior. Very proud moment as a coach when a senior goes out, gives you an effort like that. He's given his team every opportunity to win this ball game tonight, and competed every pitch out there. Just really enjoyed watching him pitch tonight, as McNabb has on the other side.
Well, you know, Perry Meridian averages almost 10 runs a game, so they've got an offense, and Heveland has had to pitch out of some jams and has only given up 5 runs. But how many of those are earned? Because there's been a couple of errors, especially in the first inning. Yeah. So that was a tremendous effort by Heveland.
And had some high-pressured innings there that he had to get out of early too, as Owens has now.
Yes, yeah, about as high pressure as it gets here. 2 out, bases loaded. Well, by the way, come in and pitch to the number 2 hitter.
Good thing is Owens is a senior. You know, it's kids probably played a lot of varsity baseball, and much easier to bring a senior in that spot than a younger kid.
It is. First pitch is high for a ball. That was way high and up and in. Gayert has struck out in the first, walked and scored in the second, and reached on an error in the fourth. Now, Owens definitely has his work cut out for him now. Ooh, tardy on that fastball.
Challenged him with the fastball there. Good hack out of that kid. I like that as a 2-0 swing there. Got bases loaded, 2 outs late in the game. Hey, you want to drive one in the gap, get them 3 runs in, and blow this wide open.
Let her fly. Like John Daly, grip it and rip it. There it was.
I don't think that's going to stay in play.
I don't think it is either.
So here we are again. We got 2 and 2. We don't want to go full count here. Bases loaded. You don't want them to be off and running with the pitch, anything in the gap, and let that guy first score.
Seems like he's located his fastball better than his breaking ball. Are you sticking with the fastball?
Well, he was a little tardy on both swings there, so it's got to be in a good position. You got to spot this thing well.
The runner's second base is way off. Oh, nice snag by Owens at a comebacker, and he gets out of the inning. What a play. To get out of the inning, it stays at 5-3. We'll head to the 6th.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Eli Owens gets out of a big jam in the bottom of the 5th, so we head to the 6th. Still 5-3. 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Spark Plugs. Fenters, Howard, and Hooper.
Looks like McNabb's night's done, Sean. Looks like Lane Allison's in the ball game on the mound for Perry Meridian.
So we'll have to see who is in right field now. Allison has 6 saves on the year for Perry Meridian. As I look up his numbers here, Allison has a 2.58 ERA, 12 appearances, 6 saves, 19 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 15 strikeouts, and 9 walks.
He's had some innings on the mound, which is a positive thing. You got he's a senior.
I'm trying to see if I read this right because it looks like it says he has 19 wild pitches.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a Max Preps typo or not, but if that's the case, it could get really interesting here soon.
Looks like number 8, junior Ian Miles, is in right field.
Okay. Miles in right field.
It's been one of those games where the leadoff guy for both teams is just so important to get on base and give opportunities to get them into scoring position, to put pressure on the defense. It's been one of those games in a tight ball game here.
Fenters, leading off for Speedway, is 1 for 2 on the evening. And he gets the pleasure of being the first batter to face Allison. Not many at-bats left here for the Sparkplugs. They've got to make them count.
Well, it's a nice breaking ball he's got there.
It is. And the shadow now covers the mound, so that's not an issue anymore with the ball traveling from light to shadow.
Still a little tough for the hitter because you got that sunlight still out there. This creates a little bit of an odd view.
As the hitter's background is still in the light, yeah.
Wow, that was a sharp breaking ball. Maybe that's why the wild pitches were there with that sharp breaking ball.
It could be. As we also get some more action down in the Perry Meridian bullpen as that bunt attempt went for a strike. Now he's down 0-2. We can talk to our scoreboard operator, say, come on now, keep up with us.
Been snoozing tonight. Must have one of them big helmet full of nachos.
That could be it. That could be it for sure.
Wow.
Got him swinging. Tagged him out. Tagged him without the ball in his glove, but that'll work anyway.
It's a great start for Lane Allison in Perry Meridian.
Bradley Howard comes up. He's 1 for 2 on the evening.
Breaking ball is a little bit different look than what McNabb had. This could give Speedway some fits.
I feel like McNabb's breaking ball was a little bit sharper.
This one's more of a 12-6 and kind of late.
And he works from the windup, so with nobody on, that helps.
And he stays with it.
He's just Bender City right now.
It's difficult because as a coach, you teach hitters to read height with the breaking ball. That's the one you can hit. Well, his has got height, but boy, it's got a lot of break there at the end, and these guys are just swinging right through it.
That looked like a fastball there. Caught him off guard. 0-2 now. Quickly.
Well, with a breaking ball guy like that, you got to take advantage of the fastball.
You do. Missed with that one.
That almost looked like he was trying to throw a change up there.
Boy, if you can get a good grip and master a changeup when you're in high school, I feel like that's a huge advantage.
Deadly. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. And, of course, the umpire did not ask for help. He just called him out, and that's... Is that a backwards K or no?
Yeah. Sure is. No, it's a swing, and he called it on the swing. I'm sorry.
Owen Hooper, he's 1 for 2 as well. As if you're Speedway, you just want to get back to the top of the order. Here in the top of the 6th.
Well, if you're both teams, there's 4 outs left.
Mm-hmm.
However you want to look at it. If you're Speedway, you got 4 outs left to get 2, or Perry get 4 to win.
Looking ahead, is that right back to Allison for the out. Mr. Phillips leads off for Perry Meridian in the bottom of the 6th.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Ground.
Hey, Jerry, I haven't known you very long, but I got a hunch. I know what pronoun you use, my friend.
If anybody asks me, I always say it's Sir, Mr., or Your Majesty.
We are back here for the bottom of the 6 of the county championship game here at Victory Field on the IndianaSRN. Stay tuned. A little bit later, the city championship game to follow. And, Coach, we got some big news here. First ever female producer on a broadcast.
It's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
She having fun?
She takes less bathroom breaks than Keith does, so that's saying something.
Poor Keith. You've been on Keith tonight.
He'll get me back on then game number 2. So Owens goes back to the mound for the 6th.
Well, you got the meat of their lineup coming up here, so
You do.
this could be danger zone for Speedway here.
And the key really is this first hitter, not just because he's the first hitter, because of who it is. It's Phillips. You get this big bat out, that's really going to boost Owens and Speedway to continue to get those next 2 outs and get back in the dugout.
Got to be careful because he could lose one. I'm one of the few guys in the lineup that could do that.
100%. And he bashes one way out to right field, caught an off-speed pitch, and just smoked it out into right field over DeVault's head. And there's a leadoff double, as you were saying.
He hit that breaking ball a long way to the opposite field. That was a nice piece of hitting.
You know what? And coming off the bat, I didn't think he got it very well.
I didn't either. It almost looked like he got jammed a little bit, didn't it?
And now we get a courtesy runner.
Well, here you Coach Banwart. You got a guy that swung a hot stick tonight. You're going to bunt him up and get that runner over there with 1 out.
1 for 3 is McBeath. Single, fly out, and a strikeout. But that is a enormous insurance run out at second base.
I'm bunting him.
Okay. Well, let's see if the coach nails this
We
one.
need that run bad if I'm Perry Meridian. You want 6-3 lead. You want 3 to have to tie it and a grand slam to lose the lead, which is highly unlikely.
Yes. As the pickoff attempt tries to keep the runner close. We got a number on that pinch runner out there?
He's a long way away.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
He didn't show bunt there.
That's interesting. He has made good contact tonight.
He has hit the ball hard outside of the strikeout.
From the stretch now is Owens. Little bit outside.
Says the pinch runner on the board is Woods.
Woods? That would be
number 15.
Okay.
The scoreboard came through for us tonight.
All right, finally. Oh, that was not some. Oh, good pitch.
Right, he may have given him one chance for one swing here, and maybe put the sack bunt on now here. Let's see if he does.
You're loving that sack bunt, aren't you? Especially with no outs. I get it.
That run's just extremely important.
Even though it's your cleanup hitter.
Even though.
And they're in the net. The kids thought they had another one. Well, now you got 2 strikes on you, so it's
no chance for bunting now.
Not unless you're the greatest bunter on the face of the earth.
Yeah, now I'm telling McBeath now I need a ground ball on the right side.
Yeah.
Move him over.
Just get him over.
If it gets through and you get a hit, great. If not, we got a runner over there. We get a sack fly. We get that run in.
Well, and with the second baseman playing so far behind the bag like they just did right there, even if he starts to head towards first base, that's still a large gap there.
Huge hole.
For him to shoot the ball through if he goes to the right side, which is what you want him to do.
Surprised they don't have their first baseman a little bit deeper with the way they play that second baseman there to give him a little more range.
And right back up the gut. Play by Roberts. High throw, and he got him. Nice play by Howard.
Well, two things happened there. The second baseman was positioned properly, and the ground ball worked to move the runner to third base.
Almost the throw just a tad bit high, but a good play by Roberts. So now you've got what you want. You've got the runner at third with one out. Colton Wright is up. He's 2 for 3.
Speedway's going to bring the infield in here. Try to cut that run off at the plate or at least keep him there on a ground ball in the infield.
You want Owens to keep the ball down because you don't want him to get the ball in the air. Strike one.
We'll just stay with that breaking ball there.
Because that's all Wright is trying to do is just get it in the air or shoot it through the infield. Another one coming right back. Boom.
Oh, nice catch.
Nice snag.
She's got a glove on and caught that thing.
How about that?
A little 12-year-old girl made a nice catch there.
Positioned perfectly.
She was, wasn't she? And here comes her ice cream cone. She's going to bring her an ice cream cone.
I'll trade you.
Good block there by the catcher.
Yeah, 55-foot breaking ball there. As the lights are on but not taking effect yet. I assume. I can't see the lights, but I assume there's enough of a shadow that...
I don't think they're on yet.
Oh, wow. That's surprising.
Wow, what a pitch.
Oh, big out there. As Wright went fishing and couldn't catch up to it. So that'll leave it up to Aiden Kerr with 2 outs and the runner on third.
Would have been a great opportunity for a squeeze there.
Yes. But the one thing we don't know how good of a bunter is Wright. You want there's very few players you're probably doing that with, aren't you?
Sure, yeah. You got to trust them a lot.
Yeah. Kerr's 1 for 3. And that's in the outfield. That's going to be a tough play for Duvall. And smart play there. Even if he got close to it, with it being foul, let it go if you can't make the catch.
2 outs.
Oh, that's true. There is 2 outs. See, yeah.
With less than 2 outs, you are correct.
Yeah.
Especially in this situation in this game, right?
Yes.
You don't want to give that run up if you're Speedway.
No.
We've got to take our chances there.
So 0-1 the count. Another breaking ball. Didn't get the call.
A lot of breaking balls by these 2 relief pitchers for Perry and Speedway.
Yes. Big run down there at third base. A little bit outside. See, now I'm thinking about nachos. Talked about the helmet nachos enough. Now I'm thinking about nachos.
And I saw that pizza next door. I'm getting kind of hungry myself.
I know.
Gotta call another game though.
I do. Yeah. Are you? You're Keith's on the second one, isn't he?
Yeah.
See,
I'm going to eat.
Take your time and eat. I don't get that. I gotta scarf it down though. Swing and strike. 1-2 the count now.
Came with the fastball there. It's 1-2. I bet I can tell you what he's coming with here.
I got a pretty good idea.
I'd like to see this in the dirt. If I'm Coach McCormick, I want this in the dirt. Tell my catcher, I need you to block this thing up here.
Yes. By the way, 9-1-2 set to come to the plate for Speedway in the top of the 7th.
There it is.
Oh, got him. What a great job of pitching by Owens. Gets out of the jam. And it's come down to this. Speedway needs 2 on the top of the 7th.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Here we are. You can see Coach McCormick out to the right a little bit, rallying the troops as the whole team together. It's do or die for the Sparkplugs. As they're down 5-3 in the top of the 7th, they got 3 bullets left, Coach.
Hey, there's a lot on the line for the Spark Plugs. They haven't been here in many a year, haven't won this thing in forever. I mean, what a big deal for Coach McCormick and Speedway to find some way to pull off a Marion County championship. I think Perry's going to have a lot to say about that, though. With
they are.
Allison on the mound here. Breaking ball was really sharp the last inning here. It's going to be a lot of patience from Speedway and try to find some runners and get on base.
This leadoff hitter is very, very important for the Spark Plugs, and it's their 9-hole hitter, Owens, who just got the big outs on the mound for the Spark Plugs.
My conversation where Coach McCormick just would have been to my team. Hey, guys, let's get the tying run to the plate with no outs. That's going to give us our best chance. He gets on base, we can do some things maybe and get a little aggressive, put some guys in scoring position and give ourselves a chance to tie this thing up or take the lead.
Especially if that tying run happens to be your leadoff hitter. If Owens gets on, tying run comes to the plate, and it's the top of the order. So that's
got a senior here in the 9-hole, and hey, I need you to find any way on base you can. You can get hit by a pitch, whatever it takes.
Here we go. Owens starts him off with a fastball. Just missed, and we have more action down in the Perry Meridian bullpen. Guess those 19 wild pitches may have Coach a little skittish for the Falcons.
I don't know why he'd throw anything but a breaking ball.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that thing is sharp and hadn't been hit hard yet.
Owens seemed to be taken all the way there.
As I probably would have had him as well.
That one's low, 2-1.
Got a senior up there. I might be taking him all the way to 2 strikes here just to try to get a runner on and trust him with 2 strikes to put the ball in play.
Well, now it's 3-1, so know he's definitely taken.
There's 20.
Yeah. You would think Allison's coming back with the fastball here, but he hasn't really thrown it very well, so maybe he goes back to the breaking ball. Who knows? And that's ball 4. There we go. Leadoff hitter on, and the tying run comes to the plate. In your senior catcher, Zach Warham. Are you looking curveball here first pitch if you're Warham?
Oh, no. I mean.
Or are you taking a couple?
I'm probably I'm going to tell my hitter to look fastball down the middle. If it's there and something you can hit hard, let's go. And then if not, then maybe we'll take till we get a strike.
Especially if you can shoot it down either line, because they are playing off the lines in the outfield, as that's a curveball in for a strike.
I mean, that breaking ball is going to be tough to hit hard. It's sharp right now. I mean, they're going to have to figure it out to have a chance in this game, but it is sharp and late.
And Allison's still going from the windup, which I find extremely. Oh no, it's just a different look. Well, yeah, because what's interesting, Coach, is the curveball with the break on it. You can shoot that down the right field line. If you can open your hips up and turn on that fastball, you can pull it down the left field line. I'm surprised they're so far off the line in left and right field.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be playing no doubles here for sure. I don't.
Maybe a little
especially
bit deeper
now.
too.
We don't need the tie and run on second base in scoring position with no outs here. So I'm going to protect. If I'm Phillips, I'm going to guard that line a little bit more, and that left fielder is going to be over a little bit too.
It's way high. And I'm not sure I'd be back picking either if I was a catcher, because that gets away. All of a sudden, you may have a runner at third with nobody out.
that run means nothing.
Yeah.
So we need to focus on the run that means something. That's the tying run here at the plate.
That's the guy you want to get out and keep off the base pass.
Right.
Another throw to first.
Again, why are we worried about that guy?
If we were in the majors, that'd be a ball now because he's gone more than twice.
That's right.
So.
Silly rule. Yeah, I mean, just tell Allison, let's get this hitter. Let's focus on him. Let's concentrate on making good pitches here. If he steals, who cares?
Up and in. Nice job holding up there by Warham. I'm not sure what the count is because the scoreboard operator has been.
I believe it's 2-1.
Is it 2-1? I don't know why I feel like that was the fourth pitch, but we'll see.
Ooh,
oh,
big
boy.
hack there on that breaking
big
ball.
hack. A little bit out in front.
It's 2-2. You
got to protect now if you're warm.
Got to put it in play. Force them to make plays here.
I don't think enough people do that. Way out in front again.
It's too big of a swing with 2 strikes there.
Yeah,
you got to really shorten your swing down and get it in play. Put a little pressure on them. They don't have to defend that.
Right, maybe even choke up a little. I mean,
choke up, spread out.
Yes.
Especially with that breaking ball, you got to really spread out and track that ball and try to shoot it to the right side.
You know who does that so well? Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
for a power hitter.
Yeah, exactly. Even though he's not with my team anymore. Mitchell, the freshman, let's see what he can do. On the grass is Phillips at third. Boy, high and inside, he didn't even flinch.
Mm-mm.
This is an intense moment of this game. Holding the runner still at first. High and outside. Are you even considering stolen base with the runner at first or no?
Means nothing.
Okay.
Means nothing.
I mean, if you're Speedway.
No.
Okay.
No.
Now we've got a little powwow here.
No, you steal in that situation there and get thrown out. Well, now it's 2 outs and the tying run's on deck. At least we got the chance to tie and run at the plate here. I don't want to. Just the same as we are defensively, I'm the same way offensively. I'm not going to worry about the guy that means nothing.
Gotcha.
Here's a tricky spot for Coach McCormick and Mitchell as the freshman here. You got a guy in Allison that's throwing a really good sharp breaking ball that nobody's really put a bat on tonight. You got a 2-0 count, probably going to get a fastball. Best pitch to hit's the fastball. You going to take the young kid, or are you going to let him turn one loose on a fastball here, or?
Well, and two, as you saw the little powwow here in Speedway, you can see that, God bless him, Mitchell isn't a very big kid.
No, he's not.
Which means there's probably not going to be, one over the outfielders' heads. What you're looking for here, maybe just shoot one right past Phillips at third. Oh, they are stealing.
He's safe.
Oh, they called him out. And Coach is coming out to talk about that one. He did not like that call.
I think he got a hand in there, but I'm a long ways away.
He is a long ways away. Coach McCormick is taking his time, and he wants to get a clarification on that one. Let's see if we can see it again. Decent lead. There he goes. Oh, the foot. I think he blocked him off with the foot.
He did. Sure
Good
did.
call. Wow, that's...
Well, I don't like to question any coach's calls, but I just don't like that play there. Now you just really took your team out of a chance to tie this game up. You got 2 outs. You can't hit a 2-run homer.
You can't. With nobody on base, yeah. So now if you're Mitchell, you really got to work to get on base to try and get to Heveland. And Perry is 1 out away from a county championship, but the count now 3-1.
Got to take here.
Oh, you have to.
Got to get this kid on base.
Oh, and he called it a ball. Mercy.
You have the tie and run on base now. With your senior 3-hole hitter up.
I bet Coach McCormick is kicking himself.
Yeah.
Well, here's Heveland.
I'd love to have a conversation with him to see what he was trying to accomplish there.
You don't think it was a hit and run, do you? And he just didn't
No,
pull the trigger?
I wouldn't think so. Maybe he saw something to try to give his team an advantage that I'm not seeing from up here.
Heveland's 0 for 3. If he can pull
They're
one
not
down
even
the
gonna
line.
hold Mitchell, so they're going to let him go.
They're saying it hit him, and all the way to third goes.
No, young kid, get back. You don't mean anything.
So now they're asking if it hit him, which would put the runner at runners at first and second. But I'm not sure you really want that runner to be on base now.
Yeah, I think he just won the mound visit.
Oh, okay. See if we can see.
A lot closer than I thought.
Must have went off the catcher's glove.
I think it hit the dirt first.
All right, so big, especially with the big batter here in Heveland, because on deck is Roberts, who's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
And been on base all 3 times.
2 seniors.
Yeah.
Back to back here.
And now you got a little powwow in the outfield, too, there with the middle infielder and the outfielders backing up.
Look at this scenario now. If we don't steal and get thrown out, the wild pitch there
scores the runner.
Scores the runner and the tying run at third base with 1 out. Or 2 outs. I'm sorry. There's 2 outs, isn't there?
There is, yeah. But if you hadn't,
there would have been 1 out.
There would have been 1 out.
Would have been 1 out.
Down.
These pitches look pretty good from up here. They look like they've been strikes throughout the course of the game, but it's difficult to tell when you're up top.
Heveland's taken now, you would think.
If he gets a fastball, I'm turning him loose.
He did, then it's through the infield, so now you got the tying run back on as Mitchell scores. And Roberts coming to the plate, your 4-hitter.
Here's a scenario where sometimes I would like to try to be aggressive and get that tying run in scoring position, but it's a tough call to make. You don't want to get that guy thrown out and take the bat out of a senior's hand. You never know. A little rally could get things going and a couple base hits and the game's tied.
Yeah. Especially after losing an out on the base pass already. Well, let's see what Roberts can do. Nice fastball up in the zone.
Definitely making sure my outfielders are deep enough where nothing's going to get over the head here. We want to keep everything in front.
But, man, though, they're so far off the lines.
They're way off the line.
You get anything down either line here with any velocity on it, it's a tie ball game.
Yeah. Well, the other challenge is what we talked about earlier in this game was these gaps are big too. So anything in that gap is kid that could run could be an inside the park.
Oh, Roberts went fishing, curveball, missed it. Mad at himself, so here they are. They're down to their last strike. 1-2 with 2 outs, top of the 7th.
Here's where I might think about putting that runner in motion just because if anything out there might score him.
Ooh, fouled it off. Boy, he fought that one off.
Sure did. If I'm Allison, I'm coming back with that breaking ball away here. After the swing he just had on the pitch before this.
Oh, Roberts
I don't want it in the dirt, though.
Right.
I want to make sure that we don't have to – I don't want to risk anything getting past my catcher.
Almost hit him. Evens the count at 2. Boy, how about this for some drama? This high school baseball, it's the best.
It's great.
Hey, we've got college baseball and softball coming up this weekend on HCAC.TV. Both conference tournaments. Runs the count full.
Now he is off and running.
Definitely.
Anything in one of those 2 gaps that Heveland might score on.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely down the left field line or right field line.
Payoff pitch here. Carter Watson on deck. Speedway not going down without a fight. And he walked him. Now a gapper could be really interesting. Watson, sacrifice bunt in the second, single in the third, strikeout in the fifth.
Nobody in the Perry Meridian bullpen.
It's up to Allison.
It is. You don't trust your senior here. We got drama all over the place up here.
crowd monitor out here, the broadcast. Here is Carter Watson. He is a junior. Now there is action down in Perry Meridian bullpen.
Another wild pitch breaking ball that gets lost here. You never know. Heveland could score. Deep back here. Boy, he's missing bad up and in.
He is. Boy, how big is that caught stealing now? My goodness.
It's huge. I'm sure Coach McCormick kicking himself right in the rear.
He's probably not going to sleep all night if it doesn't work out for him. And I wouldn't blame him. I would be the same way.
There you go, kid. That's all he's got to do. Just lay that thing in there. It's going to be hard to hit that breaking pitch too far or too hard.
Yeah, Watson's just got to stay back and
go
the other way with it.
Oh, he did
There
it.
it is. Oh! Fought it off and almost got it down the right field line.
That would have been really interesting to see what would have happened with our runner at first base here. Could Roberts have possibly scored on that?
That was what, maybe 4 feet foul?
Yeah.
Down to their last strike again, 1 and 2. Carter Watson.
No chance he's seeing anything but this breaking ball here.
No. Oh, he
He
did.
threw a fastball.
Nice job by Watson, though. Fought it off. This is a whale of a ball game, boy. The city championship's got its work cut out to live up to this one.
As a hitter, we always told our hitter, we got to look fastball, adjust to breaking ball. If you don't, you're going to get beat with the fastball there. So you can't guess on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's probably coming, but you just got to read it out of the hand and fight it off or flip that thing over to right field.
And he struck him out on the breaking ball. And Perry Meridian wins the county championship. You go back to your number one pitch, and that worked. 5-4 is your final, and Perry Meridian are the Marion County Championships. What a baseball game, Coach.
Yeah, it was a great ball game. Two starting pitchers pitched great games. The two kids come in behind, gave their team everything that they had. I mean, it was just really a well-fought game on both sides of the field, and I really enjoyed watching these two compete tonight, and a lot of action and a lot of things that could have happened that didn't happen, and things that happened that you're not sure how it happened, and that's what's great about our game.
McNabb gets the victory for the Falcons as they do the wonderful handshake here in the end as you see the grounds crew coming out to get set for preparing the field for Game 2, which is the city championship, coming up at 8 o'clock. It'll be Cathedral versus Covenant Christian. Again, two programs, Coach, that we are not used to seeing in this county championship, and they put on a whale of an effort.
Yeah, they really did, and hats off to both teams, and congrats to Perry Meridian on a Marion County championship. It's not an easy thing to win.
No.
You've got to win. You got to win 4 games in 5 days. Is really what it amounts to, and there's some good baseball teams throughout the county here, and just a tough one to go win. And it's always fun when you get out here and you can you can hoist that trophy here.
Both teams really played well and showed out for themselves well. It was fun doing this game with you, Coach.
Yeah, same. Had a great time.
I appreciated it. So for Coach Scott, I'm Sean Krall. Stay tuned. I believe 35 minutes we'll be back on air for the city championship. Keith Myers will be joining me. I'll be back again as Cathedral and Covenant Christian are for the city championship. For all our crew, thank you very much, and we'll see you in a bit.